What's going on, everybody? You are watching Item 9 Gaming.
AA.
Very special episode because the whole gang's here, and we're going to be discussing and breaking down Sony's PlayStation 5 Reveal event. So kind of a big deal.
Big things.
We saw a lot of big things. We know that Sony's been teasing this for a while, and we were all very highly anticipating the reveal of their next-gen console. And we finally have the deets on it, and it's looking pretty good. So basically, they had a reveal event on Thursday, June, what was that, 11th? And they showed off basically some upcoming games and some, like, I believe what would look to be like some launch titles, I guess. But we were looking at exclusives and timed exclusives coming in 2020 all the way up to 2021. From what I saw, I didn't see anything that had a release date of like 2022 or something.
Yeah,
like
nothing past 2021.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But we saw some cool stuff from a lot of first-party PlayStation.
Yeah, a lot of
studios.
indies. It's good to see them working
too.
with a lot of indies. They've been working with a lot more indies since PlayStation 4, and it's good to see them working with even more for PlayStation 5.
Yeah, so we had a lot of big titles announced too. So we had like an up-and-coming Ratchet and Clank game, Horizon Forbidden West. Don't forget Spider-Man, of course, one of the big ones.
Ghostwire Tokyo, dog.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Got a good gameplay trailer.
Deathloop. So close to about 30 games that we were able to see at this event. And basically, from what I saw, I was really impressed with how Sony handled the event. I think they went in
really well.
Guns blazing. They brought out a lot of big titles. Something I wasn't looking forward to seeing was Grand Theft Auto again.
At least it's free. At least you're not trying to be like, pay more money for Grand Theft Auto. At least like, all right, we'll give you Grand Theft Auto for free. I'm like, all right.
It's transition.
I can go on with that, you know? I can go on with that.
So every man still has
they're
something
giving
to play.
you a free game, and they're also giving away a free $1 million each month until PlayStation 5 comes out.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
Yeah, my biggest takeaway though was I was excited to see Spider-Man for sure. Miles Morales.
Yep.
I enjoyed that, and Deathloop for sure. I think a lot of people were saying how they thought at the time that Spider-Man would be a
DLC
add-on.
even
a DLC to a remastered or sort of updated Spider-Man PS4. But turns out it's going to be its own thing there. And I just wanted to I wanted to look at the trailer for this one because for sure this one was definitely a highlight for me. So I kind of want to look at
I like how they didn't give him a 2. I like how they didn't make it Spider-Man 2. You know, they just made it.
It's its own
It's his
thing.
game.
Yeah,
you know, it's
story.
his game.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
his. It's not Spider-Man 2. It's not the second. It's his.
Well, they did the same thing with the Second Son, right? Too. Was that Insomniac or was that Sucker Punch?
Well, it's a second
I
son.
mean, with Infamous, they came out with that own standalone DLC of the First Light. And again, they were doing it with Uncharted Lost Legacy, so that's also something similar in that vein.
I feel like this is bigger than those.
So sick.
I would say, but I think from what I was hearing, it's parts of the city that you're able to go to.
So it's not as big as the first one.
It's a full as I don't know. It's speculative at this point, but it's possible that we're not looking at a full size map to play with. But I mean, just looking at this stuff, like it looked incredible.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think Miles stays in his ends.
A lot of it's good to have the new different combat abilities, and it's gonna take into different plays when you get into those combat scenarios.
Looking crazy. Like oh my gosh, like what is that? What sort of baton is that? You know, and then boom. Give him the shocks.
You got the invisibility too.
My boy got a lineup, man. My boy got a lineup.
Yo, because you do the comparison, and first he had the shag still. Like
he had the shag, but they gave my boy a lineup.
Like, yo, fam, it won't fit with the.
Dude, I love like the little like graffiti looking.
I know, I love how it's like that, and then the be yourself, bro. That hit me.
And I believe too, they were working with like Christopher
Reeves,
Christopher Miller. Christopher Miller and Phil Lord, who produced Into the Spider-Verse. So they're working with those guys.
That's sick. That's sick.
Those guys, they were working and they showed them off some of the stuff and they said like, yeah, that's definitely the vibe we're kind of going for. But yeah, for me, that was like my favorite part of the of the PlayStation experience for sure that they put out. Again, I like the design of the console, but I think we're gonna save that for the end when we kind of give our final thoughts and impressions on the console itself. But what about you guys, Graham or Carter?
I'll go.
You go. Yeah, you go.
I'll go first. For me, the big one for me is definitely Ghostwire Tokyo. Being the big weeb I am, and I'm also a big horror fan, it's really good to see what's looking to be a really good horror game set in Tokyo, which, as far as I know, at least nowadays, there is little to none of those, especially on PlayStation. So it's going to be really good to explore haunted, crazy Tokyo. Another ones that stood out for me, too, was Bug Snacks, talking about Bug Snacks. Being a big fan of Octodad, I'm really excited to see what they're kind of doing with that. And it's cool that there's all these like bugs that are also snacks, and then you eat them, and then you become the snack. I don't know. Something about that to me is just really cool.
It was jokes still, but like,
we got Ghostwire Tokyo here. It's it's crazy. They got like some. What is it? The Grudge, the girl with the Grudge with the hair and everything. They got Slenderman guys,
the umbrella, and then like fighting the duppies.
Yeah,
up there.
like
you're doing God's work.
Again, speaking of Ghostwire Tokyo, when we finally got to see like some of that gameplay, it looked really good. Like, I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be. I thought it was more going to be survival horror, but I didn't know it was going to have kind of this first person action oriented gameplay aspect to it as well. I think that kind of flips the genre a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's something I'd be into. It looks like you have sort of like magic, air bending, fire bending powers here.
Like
so I think that's cool. And again, this is something that Bethesda's working on too. Remember, they showed this off at E3 last year. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know I think they're maybe just like publishing it. I think they're I don't know the actual developer, but I know that Bethesda's publishing it, but I want to know, man.
Tokyo
I don't
Tower.
know if they're gonna.
I went up there at the Tokyo Tower.
Before I forget, there was one other game, The Little Devil Inside.
Yeah,
Bro,
Little Devil Inside looked really good.
That game as an indie game, like the art style, the direction it's going in, like the gameplay. Can we pull a little bit of that up for a second?
Some of that for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of Little Devil Inside, there was a little bit of backlash from the trailer that just came out.
Really?
Because of the depiction that they had of some of the kind of tribal
indigenous
like warrior people. So but again, I totally agree with Carter. Loved this art design. Again, this game was originally released as a Kickstarter, and it kind of fell off the map for a bit, but now it's looking like they're getting some better funding from Sony
PlayStation Studios.
So this game looks fantastic. I love any sort of like kind of animation style like this. It reminds me a lot of Tearaway from Media Molecule, the guys who made Little Big Planet, that game they made where everything looks like paper almost.
Yeah.
So definitely get a vibe like that from it. But
the monsters look so cool.
And it even has kind of like a almost like
Chicken
anime
dragon.
kind of like
this is
manga.
the scene right here I was talking about.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you see their mask, they kind of look like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
like a doll or something like that.
Some like I don't know, but it was offensive.
Yeah.
So fix up.
Fix up Little Devils. Is that the shish kebab from Fallout?
Yo, I know, bro. He's got the flaming sword, bro.
Catch him.
So what about you, Graham? What games stuck out to you? If there was any that we didn't mention.
For me, I really got psyched out with Pragmata when I was watching the trailer, because the suit that the guy was wearing reminded me of Dead Space, and I thought that, oh my gosh, we're gonna get another Dead Space, but like, no, that wasn't happening. I was still interested, just with like the concept of it, minus the fact that I'm not as much of a weeb. When I saw it going that sort of like anime direction, I was like, okay, I'm getting pulled out a little bit, but it looks cool. It just straight up looks cool, and I'm down for like a space off this world like thriller, and it just looks like that. Like, what am I supposed to do? Protect this child? She's gonna give me superpowers? Let's go.
Off the bat, immediately it gave me Kojima vibes just from the art direction, everything, the animation
too.
The kind of the art direction of where they're going with their character design looks very, very similar. I was like, Kojima coming out with something new already. I was like, damn. But no, I don't know.
This again?
I'm curious about this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
It put me. It's like 'cause
It
like,
could be something that could be really great, or it
see,
could
even like
be.
when like they're battling stuff like that, and like the whole like bubble.
Yeah,
whatever
he
used to
shot.
cushion
He
stuff
shoots out
she
that
used,
like
it's it's the same. It does feel like a similar
that net
concept.
thingy.
Yeah,
I think I
Oh
can pull
yeah,
it up
yeah, I
here.
remember
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
it's like, almost like the same concept.
This girl's
like Death
hacking
Stranding,
stuff.
right?
She's 3D printing things with her
You
mind.
know what I mean? He's got
And
the
then
strap.
like boom, like what?
That's Spider-Man's move, bro. I swear.
Yeah, that looks like 3D print stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But why did it fucking? Oh, they're on the moon. I forgot.
That's what. See?
They're on the moon.
They were in Earth though.
Yeah, but it was like they're on like a little thing, like that looks to be like
Like
a
an
base
emulation?
on the moon. That's supposed to look like Earth.
So besides this game as well too, I'm a regional fan of Ratchet and Clank. So the Rift Apart one's really cool to see. It seemed a lot more almost edgier or more like kind of toned or like slim for like PlayStation 5. Because I remember the old the most recent Ratchet and Clank that I played, and the guns seemed even more crazier than what we got a little taste of in there. It seems like they're really focusing on this Portal stuff, and I just hope I get to see it kind of expand more and just not be like a move from cover to cover thing.
Again,
know?
I wanted to touch on Ratchet and Clank. I think what they kind of showed off with Ratchet and Clank is mostly them utilizing this game's built and specifically in mind to utilize the powerful hardware of the
Just nice
PlayStation 5.
visuals.
I mean, the visuals alone,
It's
but again,
class.
with
Yeah,
them
it's crazy
enabling the user to hop through portals into like completely different and new areas like seamlessly, and I think that's like a big thing that they're trying to push with the PlayStation's SSD. I mean, if we look at him like going through the portals and stuff like that,
Yeah, I want to know how much
they
of that
go
is
with that.
on rails and how much of
Yeah.
that will be up to me as the gamers to actually do, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we saw the yellow one, he freely jumped through that, but this seems almost more like a mistake he falls through the purple ones, right? So I just kind of want to know a little bit more behind these actual riffs. to see
Yeah, like,
how it
are
actually
there
intersects
gonna
with-
be a
intersects with
lot of-
gameplay.
are there going to be like a lot of different ones around the map, or you
Yeah,
think
Yeah.
they're
it's
going
gonna
to
be
be,
like very occasional.
You know
or
what
you
I
think
mean?
it's going to be like set
scenes.
pieces?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If
Yeah.
it was just that, then you know it's shoot just like a
It's
Star
kind of more like
Wars.
cutscene, you know?
Yeah, I agree. But I
Mhm.
mean,
That's my only concern. But other than that, like it
the
looks.
gameplay, I liked the gameplay.
Yeah.
It looked clean. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like it looks
Mhm.
just more like you know.
It's not too cluttered. It's nice with the
Yeah.
no HUD and everything.
Toned.
I mean, if
whatever.
you guys have seen this, to me looks like as close as a thing it does to like the actual movie. Like if you watch the Ratchet and Clank
Yeah.
movie, I think they're kind of trying to merge the two with this, and again using like the hardware of the PlayStation 5, you're able to kind of like easily develop like
What?
movie-esque type cutscenes and also put that into the game, because again, like that game looks really good. Like, and he was talking about the ray tracing and whatnot. The lighting in that game looked incredible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially
So-
from that intro.
Like, I mean, that was a game that I'm excited for, and it's just making me more excited for the PlayStation.
So, what do we think about the actual PlayStation itself? Who wants to
Visual.
go first?
Yo,
Expectations, what we got. What do you guys think?
I think we got something amazing. It looks sick. V-necks on point. You see that just like the two fucking collars coming up or whatever. But not it like it's literally the next level and the next the future of gaming, just like they're talking about. Like it's gonna be so good. And I just hope that I get everything included that I deem that should be
For me,
included in this.
For me,
I want the headphones, bro.
as on
Built
PS4, I only bought one game on disc. I only ever bought GTA 5 on disc. That was the only game I ever bought on disc. So it's really good to see them kind of catering to those people that don't need the disc drive. So I'm thinking it's probably most likely going to be at a lower price point, which will be good for the people that want to get the PlayStation but want to save money or don't have the funds, or people that just don't use the disc drive. So they're like, oh, I don't need that. Why would I pay that extra $100 other dollars? I can just get it without it. So it's good to see them catering and doing that.
Yeah.
Design wise, it's fucking beautiful. I'm gonna have to reorganize my room so I can stand
know
it
what
up
I mean?
straight, because I don't want to lie that sideways. It's a
Can't lay that
shame.
down.
It's a shame. What about you, Gabe? What do you think?
Yeah.
Definitely a big fan of the design. I think them straying away from the traditional design of the black rectangular box, it's perfect. This thing
Yeah.
looks like the future. I mean,
That's
like
what I'm saying.
this looks next gen.
Mhm.
A lot of people were giving it flack for looking like computer like internet modems and stuff like that.
Then you look at the
You
Xbox,
know what I
and you're
mean?
like, bro,
Yeah,
What are you talking about modem, bro?
it looks like a modem. It looks like
Actually,
a tower. It looks like a garbage
block.
can. Dog.
at the end of the day,
I'm
like
looking at the
this isn't a even
Try to
and
flip
even
it.
when you see modems that look like that, they're being designed
They're
like that,
clean.
so
It's modern.
that's modern and it kind of fits with your center
Mhm.
console. And it kind of like I think this is like
I think they worked with like
Interior designers and
architectures or
stuff, bro. Like,
designers,
like,
bro.
a
Like
lot?
I actually think
Mark
they
Cerny?
work with people.
Yo,
Yeah, like
got
just
a
to get
scope
that
and
design. They're
HDTV.
like, what can we have in a house where you walk in a house and you're like, whoa, that like it stands out, but like it doesn't stand out too much. You know, it's like a
Just turn on a
nice
PlayStation.
addition to the room.
yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I think
makes it a home theater
with
bro.
the two-tone design as well, it just looks clean.
Mhm.
Like I love the design of the DualSense.
media remote.
It looks amazing.
Black and
Camera.
white with just the slight blue lines. So fucking clean.
I really hope they are including a lot of these other items as optional bundles. I would like to see it all as like one thing and see what price that would be. Like with the controller, the
Yeah.
camera, the headphone, like one controller, camera, headphone, and the media thing. Like if they really want to push the VR, I feel they gotta start including this camera, like no matter what.
I mean, my thing is too, like when they, in terms of the design, like they just really, it's something that like I would want to spend my money on. It's like
you know what I mean?
it's like this looks
I dropped
appealing
$2
to me.
more.
This looks like next gen. This is something
Yeah.
like I can
Mhm.
see myself investing money in. Like it's not just another black box that's gonna essentially it does do the same thing like what they're trying to say, but this machine says like it's the best. Like
Yeah,
this is this looks like a powerhouse to me.
I'm actually gonna
Like
dust
you
that
look at the
VR.
Xbox One X and it's like, okay, it's a box. Like when you look at this, I'm like, this is like the console like my
feature.
grandkids are going to be playing
Like
on.
they,
you know?
they were right to name that the future of gaming.
Facts. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I got from watching that
Mhm.
conference. That's what I got from watching the Xbox conference. I was
There's
just
a new Xbox,
disappointed.
there's a new box.
I was disappointed. Like the games they played, everything. The whole performance. I was just blown
And me
away.
personally, you guys know I'm a big like physical copy guy when it comes to games.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the digital edition right now. It looks way cleaner.
I
what
know
I'm
it's
saying.
symmetrical.
It's
saying.
so
more
much more
symmetrical,
They
bro.
doing it
symmetrical.
on purpose, bro. They want everyone to get on digital now, bro. I'm
It
telling
is
you.
symmetrical.
It's so much
so
more
clean.
digital. But like the thing is, like I always like going to the like for me that's to me is still an experience. Me
Yeah.
getting up on a Friday or whenever, going to the store and picking up a game like that's for me. It's always going to be a fun time and
Yeah.
a fun experience.
Yeah.
I mean the convenience of me being able to these direct deposit boys,
Yo. Straight
We
drop.
get our games online,
Credit
Got
Got it right at midnight. Dog.
Right
I
at
can't
midnight.
wait.
Yeah.
But I still like going to the store. I still like trading my
Wait in line.
games.
Get it.
Chumps.
It's still a fun time for me. But
Wait for the daily deals. That's all you gotta wait for, and you're
Those
good.
midnight launches.
like overall, the only thing now we can do is wait for a release date and
price
price
point.
point. Me personally, I think it's
Guess
going to
it.
be sometime in November. I think that's the most feasible
Guess the
thing.
price.
I
Early
can't wait till
early
to release a
November.
price.
Earl-
For date.
No, for a release date, early November. I think they're gonna try and beat be the most like sought after console on Black Friday. It's their largest shopping day in the States, so I think that would be the smartest thing. Again, I think Sony is waiting though for Microsoft to make their move as well. So I
Yeah.
think it's a little bit of this generation has definitely been interesting in terms of how consoles are being announced and
It's a real
and-
console war.
and
I'll
how,
tell you.
yeah, it really is.
It's never felt so real, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like Microsoft has room to undercut. You know what I mean? Because it's Microsoft, and Xbox is only a portion of that.
And they know
You know?
PlayStation's coming gang.
They coming
Busters,
big,
bro.
and they
Yeah.
cleaned them last time.
They can't
too.
even catch up. They still haven't caught up from PS4.
What, 2-0,
true.
2-0.
Yeah.
Actually, no, probably 2-1. 360 came out nowhere, pretty heavy and like did well, right? Or did PS3 do better?
I don't know, man.
But yeah, like yo, and for PS5 digital edition.
So let us know what you guys think. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you guys be picking up the PS5 on launch day, or are you gonna wait, see the reviews? Were you excited for the games? What games were you hoping they announced? Let us know in the comments, and definitely like and subscribe. And again, don't forget to join us next week for our Last of Us celebration stream.
Because
then
we'll
part
be
two.
talking about bug snacks.
Bugs. Oh, did we talk
Talk
about
about-
bug snacks?
We talked about
We
bug
did,
snacks. I
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about bug
He
snacks.
mentioned. Bug snacks were brought up.
Yep. So that's it for Item 9 Gaming. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you all on
Easy.
the next one.